expecting Nickle Back to lead the way early on. Hermes Allen lining up prominently under Harry Cobden with Le Patron and Niall Houlihan, the new jockey on Le Patron, purple and yellow. They're off and racing for the Virgin Bet Scilly Isles Novices Chase, Grade 1 action over 2.5 miles, and they head to the first of the railway fences. Nickle Back on the inside. The hooded Nickle Back, James Best aboard alongside Hermes Allen, the odds-on favourite, jumping the first. The Patron over in third in the noseband. On the outside, Djelo in the predominantly dark blue jacket. And then Colonel Harry as they jump the second. Nickle Back building a definitive advantage now as they jump the third fence. About 6 lengths clear of Hermes Allen in second. Then 2.5 lengths to Le Patron. Colonel Harry on the inside of Djelo as they swing right-handed out of the back straight for the first time. And Nickle Back, the clear leader, Hermes Allen, who chased home Il Francais at Kempton over Christmas. Le Patron on the right, an excellent start to his chasing career for the Gary Moore team. And then Djelo and Colonel Harry, all really likeable horses here as they run to the pond fence and over Nickle Back from Hermes Allen. Le Patron in third. Djelo held up by Charlie Deutsch, most unlucky at Lingfield last time out, Djelo. And at the back, Colonel Harry. At the next, bit guessy from the leader, Nickle Back, but over in front. Colonel Harry jumped away to the left at the back. On now to an open ditch with just over a circuit to go. Nickle Back leads the way. Hermes Allen and Le Patron second and third. And then Djelo and Colonel Harry got a little bit more strung out as they make their way in front of the stands now with a circuit left to travel. And it's Nickle Back who leads the way. 6 lengths to Hermes Allen and Harry Cobden in second. Le Patron and Niall Houlihan in third. Then 2.5, 3 lengths to Djelo and Charlie Deutsch, and finally Gavin Sheehan on Colonel Harry. But it's James Best that continues to cut out the pace. Aboard Nickle Back as they race towards this right-hand turn. Swinging on down the hill. Nickle Back still by a fairly commanding advantage. And just stretching on down the hill here towards the Moor Lane fence and going now 10 or 12 lengths clear of Hermes Allen. So Nickle Back well clear now from Hermes Allen. Le Patron another 4 lengths back in third. Leader fluently over that one from Hermes Allen, very sure-footed in second. Le Patron, Djelo, and lastly Colonel Harry. And first to last now must be the best part of 25 lengths as they run into the back straight and on towards the line of 7 fences. Plain fence coming up for the leader, Nickle Back. Boldly over. Still a long way ahead. It's probably gone 15 lengths now to Hermes Allen. Another plain one. Nickle Back over. Hermes Allen comes into it, got in a bit tight. The Patron third, Djelo, and then Colonel Harry. An open ditch for the leader. Nickle Back is over well, jumping superbly down the back. Le Patron joining Hermes Allen to dispute second now. 4 lengths away, Djelo. Bit of work to do for Colonel Harry as they race on halfway down the back straight. So Nickle Back going great guns in the lead here and jumping fluently as they return past their starting point and on towards the 3 railway fences. The first of them is 6 out. Nickle Back comes in to take it clear. James Best sees a good stride, a long jump over in front from Hermes Allen. Le Patron through the top, Djelo a little untidy. Colonel Harry at the next and jumping like a buck here, Nickle Back as they run on towards the last in the back straights. 4 out. Oh, another superb jump. Clear of Hermes Allen. Then Le Patron, Djelo, Colonel Harry. Can they catch this leader? Turning right-handed, Nickle Back showing no signs of slowing down yet, but there's a stiff old finish here at Sandown as they run towards the pond fence, and Cobden's just nudging away now on Hermes Allen. He's a little bit worried as Nickle Back shows no signs of tying up at this stage as they run towards the pond fence. Hermes Allen is leading the chase with Djelo improving a bit. Le Patron under pressure. Colonel Harry hasn't quite got into it. Here's 3 out then. Nickle Back and over again. Well, he's still 10 or 12 lengths clear of Hermes Allen, probably more in fact, round the final turn. Nickle Back well clear of Hermes Allen, could have a right upset here. Here is the second last, Nickle Back. Oh, another fine leap. Hermes Allen over in second, but went through that, he's down. The favourite's gone, but he's probably beat anyway. Djelo left second, Nickle Back just beginning to come to the end of his tether perhaps. One more good jump needed, and he found it. Oh, what a round of jumping from Nickle Back. Djelo is running on pretty well in second place. Still the hill to climb. Nickle Back's been out in front all the way. The margin down to about 8 lengths, but Djelo would have to be Pegasus to catch him. And Nickle Back makes it all to win the Virgin Bet Scilly Isles for the Sarah Humphrey team. James Best in the saddle salutes the air, followed by in second Djelo. Well back then Colonel Harry and Le Patron.
A first Grade 1 success for jockey James Best. You saw what it meant to his fellow riders. They gave him a guard of honour as he came in here, and I can't imagine what it means to you. You've developed such a rapport with this horse. Just tell me how you're feeling now.
Just such a magic moment. Like, for me to ride a Grade 1 winner, like, I just can't believe it. I genuinely cannot believe this moment has happened. Like, you literally grow up watching these races on the TV as a kid, and like, I think I'm a lucky kid just being a jockey, just being a day-to-day jockey. Like, I think I'm so lucky doing what I grew up wanting to do, and yeah, to have a day like this is just magic, and I can't thank Sally, who owns him, Sarah. I can't thank them all enough, and like, they've just done such a great job with the horse.
They really have done a wonderful job. Is your shock slightly tempered by the fact that, in fact, what he'd achieved to date was of a pretty high order?
Yeah, in fairness, he's actually, as silly as it sounds, he's lost nothing. He hasn't lost a great deal in defeat in those 2 Grade 2s, where one or two things perhaps didn't go as smooth as you may well hope. Fair play to Sarah, always felt and said 2.5 mile was his optimum trip. We felt almost not pushed into going back to 2, but it was worth having a go, because he's obviously such a natural forward way of going. Yeah, today I literally plan to get out the gate, get the almost zest out of him over the first few, and then try my best to calm him down a bit. And
he was still finishing with a bit of zest.
Yeah, and probably up the straight first time, I tried to almost say, well, come here, and he was coming out of my hands, so that almost told me down the back and up the whole last circuit, just for goodness sake, go with him, because that's how he likes to go. Just, he's forward going, try not to interfere too much. At the same time, try your best to get a little breather if you can somewhere. But no, just thrilled to bits.
You're very humble about your achievements. You won the big race at Warwick a couple of weeks ago, the classic chase there for your mother-in-law. That was special. You've just taken it up a notch, haven't you?
It's at least on a par. But no, of course it is. It's yeah, that was such a special day for different reasons, being mother-in-law owned, family were there. But today is just as I suppose as higher grade as you can go, regards to races to win, and just unbelievably thankful to Sarah and Sally and all connections. Just it's made a little kid dreams come true.
Well done, James.
Thanks very much.
Exquisitely trained as well as bravely ridden. The horse who won our Grade 1 Scilly Isles Novices Chase today, that horse Nickle Back, the trainer on my right here, is Sarah Humphrey. Sarah, we saw what it meant to James Best, for you and your team preparing this horse for today. How much of a labour of love has it been?
Oh, yes, it is. He's quite tricky to keep sound and in one piece, but we thought, well, we've got to give it a go. And there's nothing to lose, and we had an uninterrupted preparation, and so though I never thought we would win it, to be perfectly honest, we thought we'd show them what he can do and what have you, but I mean, this is just unbelievable.
And he seemed to be a little more tractable today, or at least his excellent exuberant energy was just more able to be harnessed.
Yes, I truly think he's just growing up. At last, because as a youngster he was wayward, and he does just seem to be growing up and settling down and thinking, actually, this is okay, I don't need to do too many bad things.
Could you always see the talent there?
Yes, from day one. He went off, his very first hurdle for us was at Southall, and he went off at 60 to 1 or something. We just thought, this is mad. And Harry Skelton afterwards said, "That's a good horse, keep hold of it." And
has anyone tried to prize him away from you?
yes, several people have, but you know, a horse like that to my owners and to our yard only comes round once in a blue moon. So very nicely, Sally decided, no, let's enjoy it.
And enjoy it. You are. Enjoy it, everyone is. It's a wonderful story. Will you go to Cheltenham with him?
I don't know. To be perfectly honest, we came here today really to find out if we had a Grade 1 horse, and I did put an entry in for Cheltenham. Not really thinking I'd probably go there, but we'll have to go home and let this settle down and have a think about it and see where we do go.
And obviously the competition would be deeper.
Yes.
But is there any reason why he shouldn't be effective round there?
I wouldn't have thought so. I've always thought he was slightly better right-handed, but it's marginal. The jumps are big, it's up and down, it's staying. I think he would just love it. But then you've got to take on all those good Irish horses.
And a word for James Best, because he's formed a very special bond with this horse, and he's a very easy person to warm to.
Oh yes, he is. James has been very good to me. He comes in, he schools, and he rode him that first time, and then then the horse had all sorts of problems and was off for a while. But James was available. You know, when we were going to Warwick, he'd schooled him through the summer. And you've got to be pretty brave to sit on top of him. Schooling is even more scary.
Brave he very much is. Yeah.
Yes, schooling is even more scary, really, than racing, I should think. And he, he knows him very well. He just leaves him alone. He does a brilliant job on him, so it's very well deserved.
Sarah, well done.
Thank you very much indeed.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.